What's going on, guys? Greek Freak here, and in this video we are going to be talking about Trae Young and of course his spectacular performances so far as of late, and ask the question, could he win Rookie of the Year? Now obviously it so far looked like it was a one-man race sort of going through it with Luka Doncic, and in many cases we could easily still have to consider, is this hot stretch that Trae Young is going through good enough to actually catch up with Luka Doncic and what he's basically has established almost for the whole year narrative-wise of it. Now, Trae Young did struggle at the beginning of the season, but has obviously recovered very well, now averaging 18.3 points per game, 7.8 assists per game, 3.4 rebounds, and of course, I do have to note the 4 turnovers per game. Like I mentioned in many cases when I did my video of comparing him sort of to Stephen Curry in many ways, and said that that was a little bit too much as far as that. I think the fact that, yes, even though he does take some similar shot selections, his passing ability is actually above what I would consider of Steph Curry at his time. And of course, the one thing is just his carelessness with the basketball. Now, if we look at the last 3 games, that has of course been the major thing. Averaging 40.3 points per game and 11.3 assists per game. Almost having a triple-double and a quadruple overtime game against the Chicago Bulls was very spectacular. Almost 50 points with 49. And we just have to sit there and just notice the fact that he's really been balling really good as of late. And with his ability, of course, him before he was averaging. So whenever we sit here and think about this, we're thinking the fact that he scored 30 points in 2 consecutive games and a 40-point game in the season. This is the first time this has ever happened for a rookie since Allen Iverson. So he's in some elite company whenever we're talking about the ability and the skill set that he is displaying right now. So like I mentioned, he's a phenomenal passer, and even though he does turn over the basketball at a high level, for me, obviously Luka Doncic is not even that far off as far as the turnovers as well, and he does not yet have that passing ability. Now, the one place I will have to put that Luka Doncic is definitely head and shoulders above Trae Young would have to be rebounding, mostly due to the size difference, I would have to say, between them, even though I don't consider what many people had as his weakness being his size. 6'2", I don't think that fact that for a point guard that's a terrible size. Now granted, it's not a high size or right there, I think it's just a little bit below average as far as for a point guard in today's NBA. So I don't think that that's a hindering point, but I think the fact that that obviously just showcases the fact that his ability of doing other things. Now I think the fact that with that and his transition to the NBA, we've obviously seen the fact that his shot really wasn't going down at the beginning of the season. Now he's shooting around 34% from the 3-point line. So obviously stepping up the standards where he was at below 25% from the 3-point line, which of course we knew was not going to stay at that low of a level considering how great he did play in college. And of course in college, leading the NCAA in points and assists for Division I. Obviously he was going to be able to transfer that ability to the NBA, and we're really just seeing that. The Atlanta Hawks are putting a lot of trust in somebody in Trae Young to be able to make these types of moves and to really sort of be the carrying face of this franchise, at least for right now. So we're definitely seeing the fact that it's really going to good hands. Now, of course, the question being, can he win Rookie of the Year after all that? Now, granted, I don't think the fact that he'll beat Luka Doncic for Rookie of the Year, but when we really sit here and think about this, there's obviously been cases that in the NBA that we see co-winners, and that could be the case in this if he can have this phenomenal of a stretch going through it. I don't think the fact, considering what's happened with Luka Doncic through the beginning of it, almost being picked as a starter as far as by the fans in the All-Star game, I can't see the fact that Trae Young directly taking the Rookie of the Year, but I could see a co-rookie winner if this is the case. Now, granted, it has only happened 3 times in NBA history, and the last time was in 2000, in the 2000 season, but as far as that, it being 18 years ago, there's a possibility it could return again as far as in this situation. But guys, that's always what I have to ask you guys. Do you think it will be co-Rookie of the Year? Or do you think the fact that this is going to be just he beats out Luka Doncic? Or do you think the fact that Luka Doncic already has this wrapped up? Tell me what your guys' thoughts are in the comments below. And guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you guys leave a like and subscribe to empower the Greek army today. And as always, this is Sparta.